Hey, what's up? Vikram Deol here with the Real Estate Sales Academy, the founder of the Trust Report Influence Sales Method. I wanted to show you real quick kind of like what the back end of our program looks like so that you can understand exactly what it would be that you're going to be doing if you decided to like see what our other clients are doing, right? So you booked in your virtual demo. Just wanted to walk you through real quick what it actually looks like because our top clients, the ones that are winning 2, 3, 4, 5 deals, right? These are the same people that 2 or 3, 4 months ago, some even within 2 or 3 weeks, were closing less than a deal a month. We have other clients that are doing $15 to $20 million a year. We have other clients that are doing a deal to 3 a month. We have other clients that are doing 5 to 7 a month, right? So we have a wide variety of people inside of the program. But when they understand how human psychology works, when they understand how the basic human psychology works and how conversation, the questions we ask, the tone we use, the pace we use, the conversational like conversation that we use, when they understand how that all works, everything changes for them in an instant. So let me show you the screen real quick and let me share with you a little bit of what it looks like to actually sign in. So when you sign in, you're going to go to, let me share the screen. Okay, so when you sign in, you're going to type in here on this landing page, you're going to just type in my name, or you would type in the Real Estate Sales Academy, so Vikram Deol, boom, and then that's going to open up another page. So let me stop sharing and share the right page so that you can actually see what goes on inside of the back end, because showing what we do is very different than talking about what we do, in my opinion. So let's go to this page right here, right? So now you'll see this is broken down in a bunch of different modules, right? Let's say you're like, I don't know why I get sales resistance all the time. Help me stop getting sales resistance. So what triggers sales resistance? First, if we don't understand how the human brain works, if we don't understand the psychology behind prospects, right? Why they say things like, call me back, I'm not interested, or you say you have a great conversation and they never talk to you again, right? If we don't understand what's happening in their mind, why are we triggering fight or flight? How do we keep them more neutral, level-headed? How do we do the things that cause them to allow us to ask the right questions? Well, we have to first understand, right? Let's say maybe you're like, I have these great conversations, right? I have these great conversations with these buyers and sellers and these investors, right? And then they go off with somebody else and they use them to buy a home or to sell their house. Right? I'm driving down the street in the neighborhood because I have an appointment or I'm doing an open house, and I see the people I met 30 days ago that stopped calling me, or they said, we're not interested in selling right now. And then there's a sign in the yard. Like, what happened? Well, we're not building trust and rapport influence, right? We're trying to go straight to the sale. So we talk about the different things that could help us in a post-trust, right? Post-COVID trust-based economy, right? What about if you're trying to get into expireds, right? Well, here's the whole framework, right? The whole framework about how to get an expired. And we did over 120, 130, 140 million dollars in expired listings, right? So like if you're going to learn expired listings, you should learn it from somebody who did so many presentations, right? We won a lot, we lost a lot, we learned a lot. So you're going to learn exactly how to call an expired, right? You're going to know the exact words to say. Like we have the $1 billion listing playbook, right? Here's the thing. If you decide to join us, if you decide that this is the right thing for you, the right next step, and I don't know yet because we haven't had the conversation, right? I don't know if you belong in the VIP, the platinum. I don't know if you should just be in the TRIZ program or the Real Estate Sales Academy, where we meet 4 times a week, 5 times a week to help you role play, implement, work on your scripting, help you with the exact questions you're asking, give you feedback, right? It's me giving you feedback on the questions you ask, the way you asked it, your tonality, right? Why did you ask this question? What was the reason that they gave you this, right? I don't know until we have the conversation. So you've already booked in the demo. I just wanted to show you kind of like the back end of it. And then when we go to the Treza group, right? So this is what you get access to. If you're inside of the Real Estate Sales Academy, you get access to our hundreds, right? Hundreds of live calls the hundreds of live calls, right? The hundreds of live calls you can go through, and you just type in the search bar, right? Like what you're looking for, and you can find the hundreds of live coaching calls and training calls. So everything you need, whether it's objection handling, whether it's help with listings, whether it's help with buyers, whether it's help with investors, whether it's help with, oh, that's a fun picture of me on the front. Let's stop sharing. Whether it's, buyers or sellers, right? How do you get buyer agency? How do you talk to a prospect who keeps saying, commission objections? How do you talk to a prospect who says, I want to wait, or we want to interview other agents, or we want to wait for the interest rates, or we're scared of volatility? How do you have a better conversation, right? How do we disarm, humanize, and solve, right, in your marketplace? So that's inside of the Real Estate Sales Academy, our VIP and our platinum programs. Depending on the size of your company and team, I bring in a friend who we basically serve you at a different higher level based off of where you're at in your business. So there's a lot of different options available, right? It's not one size fits all for everybody. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of the back end. I'm pumped to talk to you to see kind of like what your business looks like just kind of see what all the hidden gaps in your businesses are, to see if what we do would even possibly like you would feel like it would be your right next step. And if great, we'll talk about it. If not, great. At least now you can cross this off your list and move on to something that would help you. Because the greatest feeling is knowing exactly where you're at, exactly what the right next step is for you, and then being able to tackle that step so that you can build the business that you want. You can get to, I have a fundamental belief, right, for teams. If you have an agent on your team, if you can get them to 2 deals a month consistently, which a lot of teams struggle with, right? A lot of teams struggle with. And as a solo agent, if you can get to 2 deals a month consistently, right? Now we train people to do a lot more, but the first step is foundation. If we can get to 2 deals a month consistently, preferably 2 listings a month consistently, fundamentally, most people that we work with, lives change. 24 transactions a year, right? How would your life change at 24 transactions a year? What are the things that you wish you could do now with your family, your friends, the vacations, right? The yacht days, right? What are the things that you wish you could do for your parents if they're, hopefully still alive, right? What are the things you wish you could do for your children if you have them, your spouse, your significant others? If you had extra money, your health, right? What assistant could you hire? What housekeeper could you hire? What meal service could you hire? What personal trainer could you hire if you were doing 2 to 3 deals a month? Preferably, again, we teach a lot on how to get more listings, because listings control the market. And especially now more than ever, where buyer's agents are dependent on a listing agent being able to actually have the conversation with a seller to allow enough compensation for the listing agent, right? The listing agent has to be able to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% commission from the seller who thinks that the buyer agent is working against them. It's the selling agent's the listing agent's responsibility to negotiate these terms. And if the listing agent isn't strong, then if you're predominantly a buyer's agent, what happens? If it's a $500 buyer agent commission and you aren't able to have the conversation with your buyer, which we're going to teach you how to do inside of the course, right? But if you want to do it faster inside of the Sales Academy, where you can actually practice and role play, so you walk in with confidence and swagger, right? So you're not statusly below the prospect. Oh, thank you so much for letting me meet with you. Oh, I'm so excited to be here today. Oh my God, let me tell you, we do all the things. We're the number one. Everybody says that, right? If of course we're going to put them on an MLS strip. Of course we're going to help them with, negotiating. But if we lead with those being our number one services without showing and demonstrating proof, well, the prospect just goes, okay, well, that's a whole lot of talk, which 9 other agents did. The buyer is on 17 different drip campaigns. The seller's interviewing 1 to 3 agents now, some more. How do you differentiate yourself if all you have is a 32-point marketing plan? If you use cookie cutter examples and cookie cutter, like what's been given to you by a brokerage, and you guys, I don't discount brokerages, right? But a lot of them are broken. The leaders never sold 24 to 36 houses, right? The leader never trained step by step. Hey, first you do this, then you do this. Here's how your schedule should look. Okay, here's how you talk to people you know. Here's how you talk to the bigger circle of people you don't know. Okay, when they say this, here's how you respond to disarm, humanize, and solve, right? We have to figure out and understand the objection, not handle the objection. Oh, okay. We have to learn how to use our tone and the pace to be more conversational so the prospect open up to us and tells us our problems, their problems. If we tell them how they should respond instead of understanding, which is what the top agents do, they know how to understand, they know how to consciously listen, consciously use tone, consciously pace the conversation, consciously ask questions. If we know how to do that, the prospect just opens up to you, and now we don't get the call me back, I'm not interested, take me off your list. Great conversation. They ghost you, they list with somebody else, they buy with somebody else even though they said they're 6 months out. They give you everything you need, so you don't have to ask the standard, are you pre-approved questions, right? You don't have to build the standard rapport. Oh, how's the weather? Oh my God, you're in San Francisco, I love the 49ers. And they're like, oh, well, we just moved here and we really don't like the 49ers. We're more of a Raiders team. I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up. And you're like, oh yeah, 49ers okay, but the Raiders are awesome too. Right now you're like backpedaling all over the place. All right, so I look forward to jamming with you here in the next couple days and seeing kind of like I said, if there's any hidden gaps in your business that we could possibly solve. If so, and you feel like what we do would be the right next step, you like the way that I communicate, because that's important, and you want more help from me, then we'll talk about next steps on the call. Otherwise, I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you soon.